right, so thanks for coming back, and yeah, definitely leave your comment below. Tell me what you think of this band, if it's new to you, Hypno5e. I thought, oh, it must be a French band. It did remind me of guitarist. I liked the tremendous contrast. This is a very sweeping, wide, a lot of breadth to this piece. You got some incredibly hard rock metal sounds, and then you've got some nicer parts. Compositionally speaking, this is a very difficult song for me because for some reason none of it really struck me right away as far, oh, they're doing this, they're doing that, they're doing that chord. It was all very foreign. It felt really, I felt alien almost. I felt like I felt like not in my element in this, listening to these guys. They're composers in a really different sense, perhaps, than I'm used to hearing people compose music, maybe even in this genre specifically. But, I mean, they had those machine gunning Degente guitars, which is, by the way, is really fun to do. If you ever play guitar and you play that, it's fun. It had some mandolins as I was kind of mimicking the, you know how they do that with the sort of bazookies, you know, Greek mandolins, or in classical music there's some mandolins that do that as well, you know, the classical European music as well. It's funny how progressive music has sort of partnered up in some groups with this the harsher singing, the growling, which is, to me, at first I didn't like it, but now I like growling because I see it more in the sense of an artistic expression, and that actually takes a lot of skill to sing that way without shredding your throat to nothing. So our society is so violent, there's so much violence on TV. Is that why growling has become a thing lately? What do you think? I'd like to know your thoughts. I would say this is a no frills band. They're just doing their thing. They're just getting it out there. They want to express themselves. They're not trying to beat around the bush. I would say that. That's just an impression I get from this band. There were even little parts that reminded me of Genesis. So, I mean, there's definite roots in Prog, and the kind of dissonant music that goes back to King Crimson. They were one of the great original bands that were using very, very dissonant chords in music and pulling it off like it's beautiful, you know. And this band did a lot of that. There's lots of dissonant notes where you had two notes together that are almost the same note but just a little off, like this. Like, play those two notes together. There is some parts in there. I was wondering if they were using a harmonizer pedal. The French language, I'll have to look up what the French recording was of this French person talking, who it was. I'm sure it's an interesting person, perhaps, or had something interesting to say. Sad to say, I grew up with a very bad attitude about foreign language, and I didn't bother to learn French, although I could have in school. I could have been much better knowledge of French. I apologize for that. I know that in Europe, you guys all just tackle dual language like it was nothing, you know. It's like you have your mother tongue, and then like you learn a couple other languages, and it's like everybody does that. And then all of us in North America, man, we're just so monoculture as far as language, you know. It's kind of sad. At least I am. I know German better, though. Ich liebe Deutsche, ja. Thanks, Renee, for picking this song out. Really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to explore this stuff more and hear a little more of this band and figure out what it is, what's so special about them. Really interesting songwriters. Spiraling at its Dean. Talk to you all later. See you next video.